What is up, everyone? So today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to replace the coolant in your Ram 1500 Hemi 5.7 liter. This is something I did in a previous video, but it was combined along with changing the thermostat. So I just wanted to show you guys the footage on just changing the coolant. If you need to change it for whatever reason, whether you're replacing the thermostat, by the way, click above the link for the thermostat change. You can check that out there. But this video is just going to show you simply how to change the coolant. It's very easy on this truck. There's a nice drain bolt, and you put a hose on it, and you can drain it into a can or some sort of container, and you can actually reuse it if you're replacing the thermostat and you want to reuse it. With that hose, it doesn't go everywhere, it doesn't make a mess, which is pretty cool on Ram to actually have done that. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you just how easy it is to replace the coolant on these trucks right now.
On the bottom of the radiator here, you'll see this drain plug. So this drain plug, basically, it's actually a 16 millimeter bolt, it seems, but it has this index on the bottom. I don't know if you guys can see this index on the bottom, so you can't quite fit a socket over it. So an 18 millimeter socket seems to fit over the whole thing, and it easily turns, and then it will drain out of this spout on the bottom. So I'm going to go and catch the fluid that comes out of this, since I don't necessarily need to replace the fluid, so I'm going to catch it, and then I'll reuse it for now. So let's go ahead and crack that and catch some of the fluid. Okay, so just to keep things clean, you can actually attach a hose. So you can see right here I have this hose attached to that nipple there, and I just cracked it loose, and it is just draining.
So once you have it all drained, you're free to do whatever. I mean, you might be changing the thermostat, you might just be replacing the coolant, but here is how you're gonna fill it and how you're gonna ensure that you have all of the air out once you replace the coolant.
Go ahead and put some coolant in. So let's go ahead and start it up and make sure that the system is bled and there's no air pockets in it, and that thermostat opens. Okay, so what you want to mainly do is, because we have a jiggle pin on this one, we don't really have to do too much bleeding. It should bleed itself. But what you want to check is that the top hose is hot, and if you reach down here, that the bottom hose is hot. As long as both of them are hot, one of them's not cold, that means that it's basically circulating. So I have pressure in this one, I have pressure in the bottom, and both of them are hot. Right now this one's hotter than the lower one, so that means it's cycling through the rad, and the rad is cooling it. Even though the fan's not kicking on, the rad is lowering the temperature. So if we go inside, it's been running for a few minutes. Basically, temperature seems to be sitting around 181. I think you guys can probably see that. So 181 degrees, 183. So basically it's sitting around there without having to use the fans. So that's what we want to see. It should be sitting around 180 degrees because it's supposed to open it fully at 180 degrees. So let's try it out.
Okay, you guys, so that's gonna wrap up today's video. Very simple, straight to the point. It's really not that hard. One other thing that I do want to mention is to make sure that your overflow bottle is between the two marks. That I didn't show in front of the vehicle there, and actually on the Ram right now to show you, it has an aftermarket can with the Pro Charger kit on it, so it's not even the original coolant overflow tank or bottle, but you'll see a min and a max mark, so just make sure it's in between those two marks. And that's pretty much it. So what happens is, if your system for any reason does have some air pockets in it, as long as you have the coolant overflow tank between the min and the max marks, when the truck is hot and when it actually cools, that hose that goes into the overflow tank, it'll suck coolant back into the system, back into the radiator, and it will fill the system. So just keep an eye on that coolant overflow tank, and as long as your radiator cap is good, you guys are good to go. Anyways, you guys, make sure to give it a big thumbs up if you like this video. Check out the other videos on the channel as well. We got a ton of content on the Ram, also on the Viper. But thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you on the next video. Take care.